Chat, here we go. We got ourselves our first best of 3 in this $500 1v1 tournament. Kv1 versus Candy. This is, of course, the Bozo Bakery. And Kv1 has looked solid all the way through his best of ones. Nobody really challenging him much. And we'll see if Candy can challenge him here today. Candy took down some solid players in the process of getting here. Maybe chat can do a good job of reminding us exactly who. But I know that there were some other players we were maybe expecting to come out of this side of the bracket, and they did not. And that is courtesy of Candy. So Candy ready to put on a solid performance. I think I've seen Candy in the top 100, and is going to go up early 1-0 against Kv1. Candy, quick kickoff goal against the likes of Kv1 is very impressive. Going for the wave dash kickoff and actually able to win it directly. Not often do wave dash kickoffs result in that clean of a win and an immediate kickoff goal. Normally, you're playing a little bit more passive when you go for kickoff, wave dash kickoffs, because you're just trying to neutralize the ball and gain possession slower. Candy gets an immediate goal and has another possession here now. Thought about taking up into an air dribble. Kv1's going to have none of that. 0 boost. And that doesn't mean he's backing down from putting on pressure. And maybe he should have. Wait, the open net was missed. Candy's going to throw in no problem, because they know they should have had that. And now, a clear into his own back corner. Kv1 off the back wall. Steals the opposite corner boost and tries to go for the demo, but doesn't connect. Doesn't connect on the demo. So not only is Candy still on the map, but with 100 boosts as well. Slight bump of Kv1, and we are getting into something that happens very often. Not very often, but often enough, which is that the ball is just traveling clockwise around the map. Kv1 is actually going to be the first person to maybe stop it, but no, of course, the ball continues the inevitable clockwise rotation. All right, here, this is Kv1 finally stopping it as he tries to go counterclockwise. Oh, never mind. The flow is too strong. Okay, this has got to be the end of it. Yes, this is officially the end. Kv1 stops the whirlwind. But as soon as he does, Candy takes control. Goes up 3-0. Candy Doubter's sweating right now, as Kv1, certainly the name brand 1v1 player in this matchup. But you never know who might be laying in wait to show what they have in the 1v1 arena. And that just might be Candy today. Kv1's shot off the crossbar is wide. Now Kv1's doing a decent job of stealing the midfield boost, but can't protect his own back corner. Candy off the wall, unable to get the Doomsy. And now can Kv1 get this ball to the net in a quick enough fashion? He cannot. Candy's retreat was very intentional. Candy retreating through the play right underneath where Kv1 wants to be, which makes it awkward for Kv1. Kv1 can't take the quick angle because he'll just get bumped or demoed. And so he has to take a real roundabout way. And so that is the key to Kv1, or sorry, to Candy's retreat. If Candy retreated some other way, Kv1 has that counter. Candy, dual purpose. Both a retreat and an interruption of Kv1's play. Kv1 quick up to this ball as Candy gets baited in for a challenge that is not going to work. And Kv1 come back in the kickoff game in this one. Seems like he might start doing so now as he gains control of the ball. Weak shot and a poor landing as well. It means Candy's going to get his back corner boost. Candy dunked. I couldn't see Kv1 behind the ball. I was surprised. But Kv1 is very aggressive, so we really shouldn't have been surprised. We should have known the way Kv1 likes to play ones. He does turn for challenges more often than not. Candy doesn't seem to be that way. Candy all the way to the back corner. Kv1, not a great setup on the dribble. Setting up that dribble straight down the center of the field does cut off all of his options in terms of the kind of hook shots or cuts that he can make. It just makes his dribble really easy to read. You have to come in with some kind of angle that makes it possible for you to place the ball on every part of the net without changing which side of the ball you're on. So hopefully that makes sense. So if you're approaching from the left and you're on the left side of the ball, a hook shot can be placed anywhere in the net, right? I mean, that should be easy to see. But when you're coming straight down the center, you have to change what side of the ball you're on in order to place a shot on different sides of the net. And that's just too slow. Far too slow. Defenders are able to read that. Kv1 is going to flick over the top of Candy. And with 46 seconds left to go, the time is just wearing down on this game. Candy got an early lead. And it's starting to become the case that Kv1 doesn't have tons of time to get back. What's the ping difference? Looks like 132 to 80. So Candy is maybe a US West player, because that is a lot of ping. A little bit too good at ping to be an EU player, though, I think. Oh, Candy, soft touch. Kv1 can't get back. 4-2. Looking like this could be a Game 1 win. Keep in mind, this is best of 3. I haven't seen any admins in here correcting me that I was wrong about that. Candy, a kickoff goal. How is Candy dominating kickoffs against the likes of Kv1? Candy not to be messed with. Wait, no way. That camera was all messed up, right? Normally it shows the player's camera, but if that was the case, then Candy was also styling with this camera facing the wrong way all the way into the kickoff, which would be baller. But that's got to be a replay bug. Kv1. Quick kickoff goal. Took him no time at all, so certainly could win, or sorry, could tie this game up in the next 20 seconds if he keeps it up. Not a bad single jump wave dash kickoff. The angle is there for the quick shots, but he feels the pressure of Candy behind him. He gets up earlier than he would have liked to. Does not find the angle. 10 seconds left to go. He needs to boom the ball just straight into the net, and he's going to do it by flying through the air. It's not going to work. Candy will toss it away and take this game number 1. Looks like it'll be 5-3. Maybe Kv1 keeps it up for 5-4. But either way, it's definitely a Candy win as we head to game number 2. Kv1 versus Candy, game number 2. Candy out here trying to make waves in the Bozo Bakery $500 1v1 tournament by taking down what I might say is either the 1 or 2 seed. Either Moxie or Kv1 you'd expect to make it to the grand finals. They're on the opposite sides of the bracket, so they certainly could. Candy says no, and another thing that Candy's doing is playing with an incredibly low camera setting. Is this not a pretty low setting, which is what Kv1 kind of popularized, I feel like, in 1v1. Or I wouldn't even say necessarily popularized, but was known for. I don't know if other people were using his low height or his 0 angle. Candy's going to throw a what a save. This was certainly not the best of Kv1's attacks all series long, so it is a little bit surprising that all of a sudden that's good enough to get by Candy when certainly before that would not have made it past him. Kv1 wave dashing around the map as Candy snakes under, throwing bump attempt after bump attempt before eventually connecting and getting the open net he so desperately desired. You're still upset that Flitz trolled versus Candy. I know Flitz did stream his perspective, but based on what I'm watching right now, I mean, Flitz is solid as well. But Candy, you know, he can win games without being trolled. Or actually, honestly, I don't even know. Does the chat know? Is Candy a he? I've been assuming, I admit. Kv1 slots the bounce dribble in the far right. Candy is a piece of candy. Oh, okay. So I should be saying it, the piece of candy? Candy is a he, thank you. Kv1, quick kickout goal. This is the way Kv1 games go normally. Candy wasn't having it go that way before. (3-1). Kv1 trying to give the fans what they want, which is, of course, the series to go to the game, deciding game always. Candy bumped off the line, and it's going to be Kv1 4-1. Yo, Warped. Thank you for the Prime, the brand new Prime. Appreciate it. I like that joke, Tim. That's just good fun. Kv1 making this game go the way the believers of Kv1 thought that game 1 was going to go. As he cuts this one in field and gets a 5th. Absolutely running it up. Kv1 did do well in the 1v1 main event, playing against Jack on the main stage. Kv1, another kickoff possession 1. Feels the pressure from Candy immediately. Is able to launch the ball to a position that Candy can't challenge, but then ends up giving it away anyways. Not the best touch from Kv1. Get undercut and then an open net shot on, but missed. Candy needed to hit that. Did all the work to get the free shot, and even though it was a tight angle, Candy is a player capable of hitting that, and I'm sure beating himself up for not being able to do so. Kv1 dunking Candy and missing an open net as well. It's a miss open net challenge. Kv1 missed it by a little bit less, so I don't know if that's better or worse. Is it about how much you can miss it by or how little you can miss it by? Candy should be... No, not going to be able to. Didn't have any boost to catch up to this, so Kv1 actually gets back and stops the second goal from Candy. Look at this flick. Look at the power. What a surprising amount of speed. I didn't expect it. Candy didn't expect it. Resetting at 100 at the midfield, trying to close the distance between them two. And that position is one that Kv1 just rips over the top of. Kv1, another 7-1. 2 minutes left to go still. Can we go next? I don't mind. There's 2 minutes. I don't know what they said. Candy wants to go next. He wants to go to game 3. We'll let him. I don't make the rules. Game number 3. Kv1 and Candy. Who will be winning the best of 3? Kv1 wants to say him, but Candy's brought out the Fennec in an attempt to counter Kv1's Fennec. Kv1, immediate kickoff goal. Kickoff V1 is back. Kv1 stopped out this time from getting a quick goal. Look at the pressure he's somehow still maintaining. He's going to have to leave now. Got to expect an early challenge. In fact, Candy was expecting it as well. Immediate flick in the hopes of going over the top of a Kv1 early challenge, but man, he just got caught watching. Kv1 playing at a pace that Candy can't match while he sits there at the midfield, expecting Kv1 to leave an opportunity that he just never did. 2-0. But Kv1's Fennec is prettier. Is that true? It's all about whose Fennec looks better. Candy, an immediate kickoff goal. 2-1. Probably going to need to at least go equal on these kickoff possessions if he wants to take this game. Kv1, a dribble into a 50, and Candy can't stop it. Watch this from Candy's perspective. Trying to get close. Forced Kv1 up into the air, and then maybe thinking that he was going to have to go around a demo. He took a really kind of wide and high angle, and that's not what Kv1 was going for. Instead, Kv1 pulled back, and they made his 50 even easier considering how much Candy had put himself out of position. Kv1 up 4-1. Kv1 thanking his lucky stars right now. This is the best of 3, not a best of 1, because he just could not gain back that lead that Candy was able to get early. But ever since then, it has been all Kv1. Only a minute in for him to rack up a 3-goal lead. Interesting touch. Candy's pre-jump actually got Kv1 to get rid of the ball. Candy was high pre-jumping the dribble, or faking it at least, and then backflipped out of it, and that got Kv1 to do the same. Kv1's still holding on to possession, though. It's been a few minutes here that Kv1's not giving Candy a single chance. Candy tries to put pressure. This might, nope, never mind. I was going to say this could be the opportunity for Candy to gain control, but an awkward landing at the midfield, and it was the exact opposite. He needed to kind of wave dash and collect that ball, but instead flipped in the air, and that soft touch means it's going to take him years to get down. It's not so much the soft touch as it is the fact that he flipped not directly into the ground. You can't be flipping like that in a trade back and forth at slow speed, because you need to have those wheels on the ground as soon as possible to adjust to whatever happens. So flipping in the air is a death sentence, and it was this time for Candy. Yo, Zaya the Rumble Main. Thank you for the 2 months of Prime. Much appreciated. Kv1 almost just launched a nasty own goal, and then Candy missed off the post. That was an own goal, right? I looked at the alerts there for a second, but my goodness. That should have been a Candy goal. Power shot. Kv1 took a moment to show a turn to the back wall, or to the side wall. And even that slight turn was enough to leave an opportunity open. In fact, even if he didn't do that, that far post might have been open anyways, because he just barely got to the midfield and still didn't get the save. 5-2, Candy needing some offense. Got some at a crucial time in order to regain momentum in this game and in this series. Deep dive. Kv1 should punish, but he missed. He missed. I was going to say, I wasn't sure if that was going to roll in up the post or out, but it is out. So Kv1 missed. Oh, what a deep. That is just insane behavior, and Candy misses high. Kv1, it seemed like, took a second to register the fact that Candy was going over the top and took an extra turn in when it was too late, but Candy doesn't capitalize, and both these two have not been able to hit the net on a few open opportunities. Kv1 360 into the catch. Now will air dribble. That last touch does not fool Candy, who was prepared to make the save. Down 3 with 2 minutes left to go, chasing Kv1 down. That has been one of Candy's better plays. Looking for bump attempts or just getting involved with Kv1, getting underneath him, throwing him off of his momentum, and then finding a place to score from there. Now Candy front flip. Pop demo of Kv1, a third. With a minute 30 left to go, signs of life from the underdog as he front flips at the perfect time. Kv1, who has been trying to pre-jump to stop the air dribbles from coming, gets caught in the air, and he has to fall down to the ground. When you've used both jumps, your positioning and where you're going to be is very predictable. You can't move out while falling from the air very quickly, so Candy's able to snipe him. Minute 15 left to go. Kv1, a great catch and a possession play. Recognizing his 2-goal lead can be used to his advantage a little bit, because what can he do? He can bait Candy all the way into his back corner and then slam it over the top. Very smart 1v1 play from a player who's played many, many games and many, many series to know how to handle different situations. Candy, hard to even blame him for trying to put pressure on. Couldn't just let Kv1 play keep away for a full minute. Fortunate that he got the bump here. Uh-oh, Kv1's recovery almost too fast, forcing Candy to pre-flip into the ball maybe quicker than he would have liked to. Candy has just had a tough time gaining control here in the final moments, and he needs all of the past minute or so to be in his control if he wanted to come back. Candy, booming shot on the open net. 4-6. 26 seconds left to go. Certainly possible. Kv1 losing this kickoff into his half. Candy should be able to gain control. Can he put pressure on Kv1 while he falls out to grab boost. Kv1 just barely saves it off his own post. And that save was likely the game icer. If Candy could have forced that 50 in, there would have been one more chance to get another kickoff goal, but it's not going to happen this time. Kv1 takes the win in the best of 3. Candy to save, even if Candy finds a way to score this, which, wow, impressively almost did. It will be a Kv1 win. GG's from Candy and Kv1. Kv1 moves to the winners finals.